So did you know that miracles reverse the laws of time and space? I talk about miracles on this channel, and most people are not going around thinking or talking about miracles, at least not in the way that I talk about it here. And that's okay. But I'd like you to think about this for a moment. Did you know, or are you aware, that miracles cancel the laws of time and space? Miracles cancel the laws that this world seems to exist on, seems to function on. Miracles put things in divine right order. Miracles collapse time. Miracles work proactively and retroactively. In other words, they fix and clean up whatever perceived problems that you may have haunting you from the past or what you're afraid of about the future. Miracles clear all of that up. See, most of us don't really understand miracles. We think we do, and the term is used a lot. And of course, we are familiar with stories in the Bible. But really, miracles are much more in depth and intricate than what we understand them to be. There's a lot of talk in the I would say traditional Christian community about spiritual warfare, destiny swapping, all kinds of what seems like really terrible things that can happen in the unseen, that seem to also manifest in the material world. Where people seem to have their lives taken, or people seem to be attacked physically or attack others in various ways. There's also a lot of extremely brilliant content about how human beings seem to treat each other, whether it's women versus women, or men versus women, or women versus men, and so on. Narcissists, empaths, I did a whole series recently about that. I'll link those videos in the description section. But what I want to gear us back towards here is understanding that what is really behind all of this. What is the driving force behind all of these forms, these groups, these categories that I just spoke of? The driving force behind all of it is the ego. It's a sunny day here. The end of August, so I'm dewy. The driving force is the ego. The ego is the driving force that loves to appear in endless form. And I'm saying to anyone listening right now that anything like destiny swapping or spiritual warfare, or anything that seems to appear in the world or appear in the mind or appear in our awareness that is unloving, that is not of God, is from the ego. But miracles cancel all of it. Miracles reverse these types of concepts. The reason miracles reverse the laws of this world and the laws of this cosmos, the laws of the ego, and even if it seems like the spiritual realm, what some would call the spiritual realm or the unseen realm, or people trying to speak curses or witchcraft or magic, all of that is under the ego category. But the reason miracles cancel all of that is because miracles work with the mind. And if you're listening to me on this channel, you're ready to go beyond those ideas. And as necessary as it is to talk about these things that I've mentioned, it's necessary to talk to them. It's necessary to look at them. Most importantly, how we feel about them and what our beliefs are. We want to be lifted up from the battleground. And a lot of spiritual seekers don't realize that. Many sincere, powerful spiritual seekers and very sincere Christians and even sincere Course in Miracles people, or any spiritual ideology, they don't realize the power of miracles, that the intention, the effect of miracles is to lift you up from the battleground of time and space, the battleground of duality, spiritual warfare. All of this is eradicated by miracles. But we have to be in a miracle state of mind. And A Course in Miracles makes it clear that miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. So what does that mean, that purification is necessary first? What that means is that purification of your mind. And that's the work that I talk about a lot on my channel. We have to do the spiritual work. And it's really valuable to discuss how the ego operates, because that's really what all this content out there is about. Excellent discussion in how the ego operates. And we need to know that. We need to know what the ego's up to. But we have to realize, brothers and sisters, that miracles offer us a way out. Not a way out in terms of physical. Not a way out in terms of not connecting with others and being a hermit. I mean a way out in our minds by lifting us up from the battleground. Miracles lift you up from the battleground. I know for me, if I was a soldier in a war, like a frontline soldier, and even if I had what seemed like all the power behind me in a military way, all the necessary weaponry and soldiers and everything backing me, and if I knew that physically maybe I could defeat the quote enemy, I know that if suddenly the sky opened up and a hand came down and said, "Here, I'm here to lift you up from the battleground right now," I would take that hand. And also if that hand said, "Not only am I going to lift you up from this battleground, I'm going to lift everyone here up from this battleground." That's how powerful miracles are. Miracles reverse all the laws of time and space, but you have to be miracle-minded. You have to be in a state of mind that is willing to see the world in a loving way, that all things work together for good and there are no exceptions. I don't understand how miracles work, just like I don't understand the mechanics of a car. I'm not a mechanic. I don't understand the mechanics of a car, but I do know if I get in and turn the car on, it works. That's how we are to approach miracles. We're supposed to think miraculously and allow God through the Holy Spirit, through Jesus Christ, through allow time and space to be arranged for us, if we are willing to have a miracle state of mind. Now, that's just the tip of the iceberg. So I'll be talking more about this, how we can lift ourselves out of any kind of spiritual warfare or destiny swapping, anything like that, through miracles, by praying and listening and following. Remember, miracles lift you up from the battleground.